Hi everybody. Shh. I guess we're gonna have to be really quiet because there's no speakers today, so we're just gonna be speaking up here without any help. I just wanted to welcome everyone here. It's really good to see everyone, friends and family here today. Arti did such a wonderful job of building or helping build this sense of community here in the dorms and on campus with all of her friends, and it's really nice to have a place here that everyone's been working so hard to get. Finally here to help build this sense of community on campus and keep this here. So without any further delay, I wanted to bring up Sama Fike. He's going to be reading a poem today for Arti.
Thank you. The following is an excerpt from Khalil Gibran's The Prophet. It's entitled On Friendship. The reason why I pulled this excerpt out was because, as we all see here, Arti had a lot of friends. And for me, that's the one thing I will never forget about her, is her ability to have so many friends and maintain those friendships. And the youth said, "Speak to us of friendship." And the prophet answered, saying, "Your friend is your needs answered. He is your field which you sow with love and reap with thanksgiving. And he is your board and your fireside. For you come to him with your hunger and you seek him for peace. When your friend speaks his mind, you fear not the nay in your own mind, nor do you withhold the a. And when he is silent, your heart ceases not to listen to his heart. For without words in friendship, all thoughts, all desires, all expectations are born and shared with a joy that is unacclaimed. When you part from your friend, you grieve not, for that which you love most in him may be clearer in his absence, as the mountain to the climber is clearer from the plain. And let there be no purpose in friendship save the deepening of the spirit. For love that seeks aught but the disclosure of its own mystery is not love but a net cast forth, and only the unprofitable is caught. And let your best be for your friend. If he must know the ebb of your tide, let him know its flood also. For what is your friend that you should seek him with hours to kill? Seek him always with hours to live. For it is his to fill your need, but not your emptiness. And in the sweetness of friendship, let there be laughter and sharing of pleasures. For in the dew of little things, the heart finds its morning and is refreshed. Thank you.
Thanks, Sama. Next we have Stacy Waxton. She was a resident here in Arati's Hall here in Markley. So.
Thank you, Radir. Have a little excerpt from a wonderful, wonderful book, Chicken Soup for the Soul. Starts like this. Spread love everywhere you go. First of all, in your own house. Give love to your children, to your wife or husband, to your next door neighbor. Let no one ever come to you without leaving better and happier. Be the living expression of God's kindness, kindness in your face, kindness in your eyes, kindness in your smile, kindness in your warm greeting. That was by Mother Teresa. Now, I don't know if Arti had read this book before I met her, but just seems like she seemed to live by that. And I do deeply thank her for that. I and countless others are fortunate enough to have known Arti. I personally learned to cherish my loves, extinguish my trivial troubles, and pass on the courage and optimism that Arti radiated. This lounge will help all of us keep the memory of Arti alive. It is something to eternalize our love and appreciation of her remarkable soul. Thank you all for coming today.
Thank you, Stacy. Next we have, I guess, the dedication by T. Rose. And I just wanted all of us to really thank T. Rose for everything she's done, because I don't know if we would really have this lounge here if it wasn't for T. She's done a lot to help bring this lounge here. So everybody, I guess, give T a round of applause.
Thank you, dear. Well, first of all, I want to say good afternoon and thank you all so much for coming. This is a celebration today, and it's really heartwarming to see how many people are here to share in this celebration with us. I'm honored that I have been asked to come before you to dedicate the Arati Sharangpani Lounge. I really need to give the credit for this to the students. The students are the ones who made the proposal and who did all the work and everything that you see here today. So those are people that I would like to thank. There are many people here today. I think that there are people here who knew and love Arati very much. And I think there also might be some people here who didn't know Arati but are curious about why we might be renaming a lounge in honor of a student. So I want to share with you today that Arati was not an average student. In the words of some of her closest friends, Arati was wonderful, caring, generous, admirable, beautiful, remarkable, spirited, enthusiastic, hopeful, and inspirational. Arati was an outstanding RA here in Markley for 2 years, as well as a facilitator for the 21st Century program. She was also a graduate assistant for the American Culture Department and a respected member of the Indian American Student Association, where she served as vice president in 1995 and 96. Arati was fluent in German and Marathi and had traveled to Germany and India, where she gained an extended knowledge in both cultures. Arati was a candidate for a Bachelor of Arts degree in German and Organizational Studies when she perished on January 9, 1997, along with 28 others in a Comair plane crash. She was awarded both degrees posthumously. At the time of the accident, Arati was returning to Detroit from Cincinnati after completing a job interview with Procter & Gamble, where they had informed her of their intent to hire. Now, how many people get offered a job right there on the spot? Barbara Hartman, who was the interviewer, later told us that they had to have Arati and that they would place her anywhere that she wanted to go. So that's just a testament to just how good she really was. Because Arati was such an integral part of the community in Markley Hall, the 1996-97 Markley Council decided to contribute something significant to this hall so that future residents would know who she was. They thought about planting a tree in her honor, but that just didn't seem to be enough. They took a vote and unanimously decided to rename a lounge in honor of her. When I received the proposal to change the name of this lounge from the Concourse Lounge to the Sharangpani Lounge, I was really taken aback. I was very touched by the outpouring of love and the pain that losing Arati had on an entire community. People who didn't know her were shocked and saddened by the news and expressed their sorrow in many ways. The proposal was submitted to Residence Education and Housing Administration and received final approval from the Vice President of Student Affairs, Maureen Hartford. I hope that the message Arati leaves for us today and for future visitors to this lounge is to act now. When you look at the plaque, which we will reveal in a moment, it's obvious that she was very young. It's not about how much time you have on this earth, but what you do with the time that you have. None of us are promised tomorrow, so do something today to make a difference in someone else's life. You already have the seeds of greatness within you right now. You can be a leader today. You can have more patience today. You can be a better listener today. You can be a better goal setter or have more self-discipline today. You can touch lives and help others and tell someone that you love them today. I hope that what we all take away from today is that of all the things we'd like to do in the future, what we need to do is begin today. Be bold, commit, and act. Herbert Spencer said, "The great aim of education is not knowledge, but action. When your thought and action are combined, the results are powerful, among the most powerful things on earth." We are here today to honor Arati Sharangpani, who exemplified the power and magic of thought combined with action. Now, Mr. Sharangpani would like to come forward and have a few words before we unveil the plaque.
It's a bittersweet moment for me, as T. Rose said. It's really, on one hand, I'm so proud to be here. On the other hand, I can't overcome the grief, no matter how long it takes. But the life has to go on, and that's what we are here for. I cannot say enough about the impact Arati had on my and my family's life while she was alive, and the void she left on that fateful day of January 9, 1997. I believe it's a great honor that this student lounge at Markley at University of Michigan is named after her. More importantly, I cannot think of a more fitting place than this lounge to eternalize her memory, because she used to socialize, she used to like to be part of the community, she used to like to be with the people. This is, I hope, becomes a place where people get together, exchange ideas, and make their plans for future. She truly cared for the residents of this hall and took pride in being part of the advisory staff of Markley. I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to residents of Markley, Ms. T. Rose and her staff in particular, who made it happen. Really, I mean, it was because of her efforts and her staff and the people here who really kept on, their perseverance really paid off. My thanks also to the committee of volunteers who worked so hard to put this event together. It's a celebration of life. Finally, I'd like to thank you all to have taken time to come here and pay tribute to Arati. Thank you so much.
I'm going to read what is written on the plaque because everyone's not going to be able to see it. So I would like to ask Mr. Sharangpani if you would please unveil the plaque. There is a poem that's written on the plaque, and it is one of Arati's favorite, and it's just so fitting. It says, "Nothing is at last sacred but the integrity of your own mind. Nothing can bring you peace but the triumph of principles." Ralph Waldo Emerson. The text reads, "Arati Sharangpani was a wonderful woman who touched many lives on this campus. As a friend, sister, and daughter, she shared her remarkable spirit with everyone who knew her. As a leader, she was admired for her enthusiasm and generosity. Arati fostered a sense of community everywhere she went, especially as a resident advisor here in Markley Hall. This lounge is dedicated to her spirit of giving. Arati Sharangpani, Arati means offering to God. March 3rd, 1975, January 9, 1997, dedicated March 15, 1998. I welcome you to the Arati Sharangpani Lounge. have one final thing that I would like to do before we depart. This does conclude our program. I invite people to return to the refreshments and to continue to mingle among yourselves. But one final thing that I would like to do is to ask her family to come forward, please. On behalf of Markley Hall, we would like to present you with a replica of the plaque. Okay, we're done. Thank you all so much. James is a good editor. James is such a great editor. You did great. You did great. You just got a little nervous, you know? Good. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much for caring, George. It's so obvious that your heart was into everything that you did. It wasn't just a project, you know?
I got to tell you that I read about it, and when it first happened, it touched me. And, there's nothing to say. You know,
Yep.
I was
Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Right. Right. Oh, good. Oh, good. Yes. Definitely. Well, it was actually her parents' idea, and I was glad that they did that too. We really wanted to do it closer to her birthday, but it was spring break, so we couldn't do it then.